Good morning everyone, I'm in the Volvo ES90 and today we're gonna do a long distance trip, 920 kilometers or so. Not all is highway and today is a weird day. It's Thursday. Here in Bavaria it's a holiday, but trucks are allowed to drive because it's not nationwide, not Germany-wide is a holiday. It's just Bavaria. So we will have way less traffic in Bavaria, but then outside it will be the same, but we're going a bit outside. I have an appointment at 11. It's 6:13. It should be no problem. I'm using the internal navigation Google Maps from Volvo to see how it works. I put in where I want to go and I want to back. It planned all the chargers. It thinks 2 charging stops for 900 kilometers. Once on the way there, charging to 82%. Once on the way back, charging to 84%. That wouldn't be the thing that I would plan. So I will plan more to charge not as high, but we'll see. Maybe this car charges so amazing that this is fine. My cruising speed is 140. I planned the route in a better route planner and I planned it with 130, 140, 150, and 150 was the fastest, but only by 1 or 2 minutes, and that's why I'm driving 140, because it's just way more relaxing. Still doing my 140. We're already down to 65%. And so far we have driven 139 kilometers, 22 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers is our average consumption. Still 175 kilometers to our first charger, which I don't know. I've never been to Ionity Schleiz. I know there's BMW and Tesla. There was the pizza maker that makes fresh pizza for you. But Ionity, I don't know. So we'll see. Excited. So far it's going really great. I had to slow down once for a bus and then 2 times or so to 130 for a car. It's really not busy. It's really going great. I'm using a pilot, what is it, whatever. It's a steering assist and it's doing it great. Even the lane change assist works really nice. What I don't like is that a little tap on the indicator is you change the lane yourself, but strong is the auto lane. I would like it the other way around, or if I could switch it, that would be nice, but it's fine. I get used to it. What's really annoying, let's do a lane change. Takes a second till it does it, but when it does it very nicely and comfortable. A bit slow, but it's fine. What I'm not a fan of is that every time I look on the map, it gives me, hey, concentrate on the road warning, and I cannot find anywhere where I can switch that off. That's very annoying. The only thing that feels weird is this time for charging. This car should charge 10 to 82% to 80% in 22 minutes. Why would it take 32 minutes from 20 to 82%? I doubt that. I don't think the times are correct. Do you want to charge for free? Of course you do. Stupid question. How can you do that? With Encharge. Encharge is an app. When you have it on your phone and you are at a charger, you rate the charger. You give some information. Is there a restroom? Can you get food? And stuff like this. And for that, you get kilometers and stars. And these you can change for charging credit. Use the link in the description below to get 20 kilometers to start with. Arrived here with 11%. I'm getting 322 kilowatt and it says 20 minutes to 82%. In here it always said you take 36 minutes. And here it says 84%. So what is it? My trip data so far. I drove 150 then. That was a very nice drive. When I saw that, first of all, Google Maps wanted to go country road as a shortcut. It takes as long, but it takes a bit less state of charge. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna take the highway because it's just comfortable. And that's why I arrived with 11%. And I also sped up to 150, but I would say 70, 80 kilometers ago. So the first 200 kilometers I drove with 140. We had a few construction zones, we had a few speed limits, but overall it was a great drive. Let's see if it really takes only 20 minutes to 80%, and then we charge to 82 and we go. Because I trust what the display says more than what Google Maps says with 84%. I charged to 85% because it was still above 100 kilowatt and I had stuff to do. And it thinks now I arrive at the location at 54%. From there we go back and then we charge at a different Ionity at a different location at Berg, which is further down this way, and that's all of our charging. I should arrive there at 10:30. I don't know how long I was charging in the Volkswagen app for WeCharge, for Ionity charging. It doesn't say that yet, but now I arrive at the destination 12 minutes earlier than what it said before. So that's a hint. I will look later and tell you, don't worry. We now have 127 kilometers to get there, but it's not all highway. It's what is it, 20 or so kilometers of country road. And then on the way back as well, of course. So today we have 30, let's say 60, 70 kilometers of country road off this 920 kilometers or what it is. But it charged great. Not amazing peak. Like I said, 320 was my peak, but it kept high. And like I said, even above 100% at 85 kilowatt, 85% above 100 kilowatt. So the other way around. Oh my God. I think I need the AC soon. 17 degrees and sunny. And the way here I was freezing because I thought, oh my God, why did I have shorts on? It's so cold. But now it gets warm. I am here and my YouTube members know already what this is all about, why I'm here at 10:25, and this is my driving data to get here. And we're gonna be here for 1.5, 2 hours, and then we're going back. I'm on my way back, 120 kilometers to the only charger then left. We only charged twice, and it thinks I arrived with 16%. I'm in a construction zone right now, and now I can tell you, I looked at a house. Cindy and I wanted to buy a house, and I was there with someone who knows about houses and looked at everything, moisture, the roof and everything, and he told us what has to be fixed, and altogether is above our budget, so we're not gonna buy this house. So I'm a bit down and sad, but that's how it is. Better than buying it and then having a problem. So we go on. Arrived here with 14%, and here it says charge to 81%, here says 84. I don't know, let's see how far it goes up. I say 315, 321. Normal drive, nothing spectacular, a bit more busy, but we're entering Bavaria soon, and then we have holiday again. And this is why I don't like these chargers here. So we have 4 chargers that can do 350 kilowatt. Those ones here can do 200 kilowatt, but sometimes even more. So some are limited to 200, some can split the power. But the problem with these chargers here is that you have to press, and so many times it doesn't work. So you press and nothing happens, and I hate that. See, this one here doesn't work. You can press all you want, nothing happens. And I was here, and that's why you have to say start, otherwise it doesn't start charging. I hate these chargers, not a fan. I charged to 69%. I changed my plan because I charged with 130 kilowatt, and I said I can charge once more, just a bit, and it's gonna be over in no time when there's low state of charge, because hello, 325 kilowatt was my peak so far. So yeah, I think that's faster. And it is 176 kilometers to the charger, and from that charger I think it's 70, 80 kilometers home, something like that. So let's talk, how is the Volvo ES90 on a long distance trip? Comfort, very nice. Seats, they're a bit hard. This car, by the way, has the air suspension, and when you park, after a while it does tss, and it changes something. I put the back all the way down because I thought that's better for drag. But I think it's automatically doing this when you're driving. Who cares? Charging is great. Planning of charging, if the internal navigation doesn't know how fast the car can charge, that's a bit weak. I mean, I think 36 minutes for a charge and it was 22 minutes. That's not a good sign. Cruise control is good. It's sad. I can change the distance here from 1 to 3. I would like to have a bit more distance. And it does the Kia thing when you're in the left corner and there's a truck on the right lane and you're on the left lane, it slows you down. And I had the speed thing in a corner off, so it doesn't slow down when you go into a corner a bit too fast. The steering assist on a straight, it's great. In a construction zone, in a corner with 130, and I mean not an extreme corner, just a bit, it's not good. It just does weird searching. It feels like turbulence in a plane. It's not a fan. Other than that, the driving is really nice. I like it. The display is nice, climate is nice, music sound system is nice. The digital mirror, it's not as horrible as I thought, but I still would love a normal mirror more and have the middle armrest here way smaller, and then maybe have a window better. I would prefer that, but it's okay. Loudness, by the way, is really good. Suspension feels good. I'm okay. There was a very short charging stop from 13 to 37%. Only took a few minutes. It thinks I arrived with 14% now. 81 kilometers to home, but we stop before that. We stop on the highway exit as usual. Arrived here at 17:20, and this is my driving data. Average consumption, kilometers, time, and what we used, kilowatt hours for driving, climate, and for battery care. And we arrived with 13%. Back at home, let's analyze the data. That was my average consumption. Again, in the Volvo, it doesn't show it very accurately. Car showed 912 kilometers. According to Google Maps, that was a lot of steps. 921 kilometers, and I drove 5 hours and 29 minutes. I deducted, of course, when I was at the house, and I got some food at some point, but I looked at the clock and I deducted that, and I get to 104.5 kilometers an hour, including charging. But average speed. But it was on a day where there was traffic, not in Bavaria so much, but then in other parts of Germany, and there was 15 kilometers to get to the highway, and there it was 15 kilometers from the highway to the house. There was also there was a highway right on the highway there. There was a construction zone for 20 kilometers of 80 and one lane. So we drove 70, and that's why the slow speed. Charging sessions, very interestingly, 11 to 85, 14 to 69, and 13 to 37%. Average power 194, 201 and 206 kilowatt. That's really good. We charged 46 minutes and charged 152 kilowatt hours. Really, really nice. The car was great on this long distance trip. Like I said, if I would drive my normal route, only highway on a Sunday, 110 should be no problem, maybe even 112, something like this. That's what I think. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BetterLife1, but that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.